welcome.
Because there's nothing left to do but to crank over those engines, gearheads. 'Tis none other than us, the Lugnutz Podcast.
September 2025 recorded. A little Opal this. On 3 million BMWs. It's no X5, but... And Trump kills a Hornet. Not the bug. Not the bug. That and more on this week's Lugnutz. Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy the show. Drive on Lugnutz.
And this time we especially want you to drive on over as I toss my axe to the side. And we want you to hop on over to facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast. And that's where you're going to find all of our luggy and nutty polished content. A lot like our website, pjandwh.com. And you'll notice right above my head is a Per Jangers Treats. You just pop on over there, click the Contact Us button, and let us know what kind of sweet delicatessens that you would like from our menu. A lot like the sweet story that we have first.
Opal. Opal. Subsidiary of General Motors from 1929 to 2017, where they had to let them go. GM made several attempts to bring Opal to the United States. It didn't work. Ever. I don't ever really remember them being here, but they tried. In 2009, there was a financial crisis, and in 2017, they had bankruptcy.
Okay.
And they finally gave up. Francis PSA Group sold the brand to Francis PSA Group, the parent company of Peugeot Citroën.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Peugeot Citroën and their little
Yeah, their little
bankrupt Opel. So I guess they joined the what's that? The Stellantis line? Are they part of
I
Stellantis?
believe so.
think they
Yeah,
are.
that
There's
is
a lot of
Stellantis.
companies there.
Yeah.
Opel goes back to 1862, before the invention of the car.
Okay, so they were carriages?
Wresselheim, Germany.
Oh.
Adam Opel originally manufactured sewing machines.
Oh.
Kind of like a car, moving parts, spinning.
Gears and such, so you got to
Things.
know ratios and such, you know.
Had to
Sure.
measure once and cut twice, or the other way around.
One of them. Yeah.
One of those, yeah. 1924, Opel became Germany's first mass production car maker, thanks to the assembly line.
Wow.
Someone invented that.
Yeah, it wasn't Henry Ford, by the way, gang. He just perfected it.
Yeah. He's-
It was like Ben Franklin didn't discover lightning. I mean, it's been in electricity. It's been around.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
1929, GM acquired Opel and full control in 1931. 60s and 70s, GM successfully sold Opel cars via a Buick dealership.
Oh, wow.
Who would have thought? Like, you could have got a Suzuki for a while through a Nissan
I think so.
dealership. I think it was a Nissan.
Probably.
Could have been a Mitsubishi.
Right.
But it's a Japanese 5. 1975, they were faced with strong competition from Japan. Decline in the 80s with rising costs.
Yep.
Became worse in the 90s. And
Because Japan was getting very popular in the 90s.
then they ended sales in India. There's
Yeah.
a billion.
I imagine that's where a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a couple car companies have gone to die, is right there in India.
Yeah, well, especially when we can't handle India anymore.
you can't even
There's a lot of
handle
people,
India,
but-
you know? I mean, oof.
So they halted to South Africa, Europe, lots of places, Australia. Sales figures with Opel and Vauxhall combined were 1.6 million vehicles in 2016.
Okay, because it was probably mainly Vauxhall because Vauxhall was bigger in the
definitely.
diesel range.
Yeah. And they reported a $201 million loss. Wow.
So
Who are you, the federal government?
Yeah,
That's a huge loss.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like one factory.
Yeah, maybe it's not meant to be.
Maybe one factory just exploded or something. And they forgot
It'd be way
to
too big. Way too. It would be
get
better
news,
on
but it didn't
their
go well.
financial report. Good Lord, I'd hate to be their accountant right now.
Vauxhalls were just Australia, I think, but they were pretty cool.
Yeah,
They had a lot of horsepower from what I remember.
You know,
And, they were-
1.16 million vehicles on the road.
And looking at it, it reminded me of an Australian.
Okay.
Why? I don't know.
Okay.
Look at it. You'll see.
Yeah, look it up now.
Look
after
the one.
podcast.
Just one, not the other.
Yeah.
Little homework.
You may want to look up what an Australian looks like. I don't know.
They look like people, but I don't know.
With a better hat than me.
Well, let's see what the next hat of the next story has. GM, lots of people are pulling out from electric vehicles, but GM still has a stake in it. General Motors said it would adopt Tesla's North America charging standard. NACS.
Nax.
NACS.
Nax. Knack, knack.
Today, they
NACS.
announced 3 additional adapters to help EV owners charge their vehicle in home and public. Why do they need more adapters when all in North America they're like, we're
pretty
using
much
this
Tesla.
one,
Yeah, it's pretty much everybody said, all right, we'll use Tesla.
but they're adding
More.
3. I don't.
Well, I mean, they saw what
just-
Nintendo did with accessories, and they're like, nah, we got that.
Okay.
You know, I mean, Jesus, you can't just have the Switch. You got to have the, the adjusted, controllers and the Joy-Cons, and, it's a whole market.
Well, the new adapters are intended to help customers transitioning from the old CCS way of charging to the future dominated by Tesla.
I guess the better metaphor would probably be like when the European governments all told Apple, hey, fuckface, one charger. One charger. And they're like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Because then all the new Apple people, they're like, oh, no, well, I have an Apple. It's the new charger. Like, oh, you mean everybody else's charger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I found
you're
funny
one of
about-
us.
I had an Apple charger that wouldn't work if you put it in upside down.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was new, it worked upside
Right.
down. But then it just had to.
The charging
fine.
port
Still
is
does.
always the first to go. But what I've found is you just get that nice
No, I'm
wireless
pretty sure
charger pad.
it's just a cable.
There you
Just
go.
the cable needed. It's bizarre. Some of them you just if it doesn't work. Turn it upside down because it works for me.
You know what? I haven't tried the upside down method.
It might not work. You have the Android. So isn't their plug shaped differently? Apple's
No.
you could just is.
No, that's the new way is the USB-C, so you could kind of plug it either way. I haven't tried plugging it in the other way. I mean, I just assumed like one way fits all.
I'll admit I don't really know computers that well. I'm a psychologist.
You never know, though. I feel like sometimes the connection gets better if you flip it around. You know, it's not like any IT professional will tell you, like, oh, yeah, no. You got to make sure you rub it and pray to your God. You know, but, I mean, I can't say that won't
back
help.
to chargers.
Oh, right.
A vast majority of car makers have adopted the NACS standard for charging. EVs with NACS ports built in by non-Tesla EV owners can access Tesla Supercharge using CCS to NACS adapters.
Okay, so as long as you use my adapter, you can get the Tesla Supercharge on your, EV.
2025 Hyundai Ion 5 was the first non-Tesla to go native with the NACS port.
God, that makes it sound so
2026 Rivian RT1 and the R1S, and then the Kia. I thought Rivian went out of business.
It made it sound so dirty, but then you use Rivan and Kia in the same sentence, and I'm like, all right, never mind. That just killed that automotive Woody right there.
Yeah.
Rivan, all right, halfway. Kia, never mind, I'm gone.
It's stolen. Sorry, it's already stolen.
It's already stolen.
It's a Kia.
They didn't even wait for it to finish charging.
They solved the problem, but people just don't get the hint. They still they solved the problem. Please stop stealing any car.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, I'll still take it. Or try. Try it again.
EV charging can be a bit of a head scratcher to some. EV owners have complained about varying charge speeds, non-standard plug types, network lack of price transparency. That one would get you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Especially because, transportation, that's a line item in your budget. Fuel cost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need this to...
You only have so much.
Ooh. So there's a lot of problems. I think I'll stick with petroleum.
For now, yeah. I think petroleum until they get that whole, hydrogen.
I saw
network
one
up.
report or heard it that someone thinks petroleum's a renewable resource. It naturally occurs.
I don't know about that. There was one
Not so sure
scientific
about that.
study that they theorized that it's actually a byproduct of something with the mantle, and that is theorized now that it is actually a renewable resource.
It's the earth crapping.
Yeah, essentially. There is a theory out there that the earth craps oil.
It's like
That's
it's
the
like
easiest
a
way to
boil.
boil that down.
It's like oil's like this big zit on the earth, right? And we're just suctioning it off, and the earth just keeps pumping it in.
Oh my God, that is so grotesque, but probably accurate. I mean, I feel that's the theory, at least.
Let's find a cleaner story, maybe. BMW just cracked 3 million EVs.
Oof! Wow.
The electrification process. Not everyone's backing out. BMW is going full speed with the Bavarian automaker just hitting a major milestone.
Well, they were also looking into solid state too. So yeah, man, go full bore, go right ahead, charge ahead.
And also probably synthetic fuel. BMW is one of those companies. They are looking into everything. We got it all.
Yeah.
3 million electric BMWs. That's a lot of electric cars.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot, and especially they're not cheap cars either.
This includes mini Rolls-Royce with 6 EVs and 5 plug-ins.
Wow.
With all the wide variety of the BMW group.
Yeah, from Rolls, especially Rolls. You always forget them, but they're in there too. Yeah, wow.
Which is basically a upgraded BMW.
Yeah. When you don't drive yourself, you don't grab a Rolls Royce and say, I'm going to go out for a drive.
They have a statement here with the delivery of 3 million electrified vehicles. The BMW Group has reached another important milestone. This underlined the fact that electric vehicles are an elementary component of our technology.
And there will always be a brick on the road.
Portfolio, says someone from BMW.
God, they can't even have a regular name. Josin Gawler.
Yeah. I wasn't going to attempt it.
Wonder where he's from.
Germany.
Oh, right. Yeah. But, it's one of those things. It's
Let's go to the extermination story. The Hornet future is uncertain. Trump may have swatted it with tariffs, which in the news we've learned the Supreme Court might think he can't do.
okay. But for now,
the Hornet, because of tariffs, may be squashed. There may be no Hornet. Run to your Dodge dealer and pick it up now if you love it.
Trump didn't even see if he could do it. He just grabbed that Hornet spray and went, no, goodbye. Don't think so. But tariffs are a bitch. Especially for the automotive industry.
Emissions and rules of V8s widely available.
Yeah.
It's probably not gonna go.
Right.
The brand rushed import all remaining 2025 Hornets before the 27th.
Okay, so now is when you want to grab
Because
one.
now you won't get any of that tariff. They pushed them all in as quickly as they could.
So you want to grab them now and then put it in your barn and let it collect.
Because in
barn
the
dust.
spring,
Yeah.
tariffs will kick over unless the Supreme Court has something to say about it. But that could take years.
Yeah, what are the chances? Come on, grab one of these now. And
They
then these will
are-
be one of the few that made it over here. And you'll be like, no, I got one.
Dodge wanted to drive up sales of the Hornet by cutting prices
way to do it.
roughly $30,000.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot to cut off a car. How
That
much
is.
were you charging before?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
How much were you ripping me off before?
We got
Come
to
on.
cut that off. We got to cut that off at 30. We can't do anymore. Hang on, what? Yeah, cut. Are you going to cut
Dodge.
everything else off? Nah.
Dodge sold more than 20,000 Hornets in the United States.
I bet.
2026 Durangos will come standard with the Hemi V8.
Yeah.
360 horsepower and 475 horsepower. Probably two variations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're squashing that, the Hemi can come back. They sort of banned it for a little bit, and now it's back. But who doesn't like a hemispherical top, right?
Not if you're anybody who likes miles per gallon.
Durango Hellcat gets a V8 6.2. It'll have 710 horsepower. Charger may also get a Hemi.
Okay.
One Hornet squashed, Hemis are reborn.
Well, I mean, if a little bug infestation's what you got to take care of to get that Hemi back, then I think a lot of Dodge fans will kind of, cheer at that instead of jeer.
Ah, the circle of life.
Yeah.
And our circle of life goes to this next story. This is a rare 1961 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL.
Ooh.
Not the convertible. Or the one with the doors, not the gull wings.
Right.
This one's probably a convertible. Doesn't look convertible to me. Let's read the copy. This is a 1961 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. This roadster always lived in the long shadow of the gull wing coupe. Everyone recognizes those distinguishable doors.
Yeah.
Which seems really hard
Mm-hmm.
in a parking lot. Because if we're parked right here and my doors go like this,
Oh, yeah.
I'm never getting it.
I mean, or if you get one of those real tight spots to where you're against the wall, like
That's why if you get the SL, you get the convertible so you can get doors.
Yeah.
And get out of your car.
yeah.
Unless you're in the very back of the lot. I
Or
don't
very
park back here
flexible.
because I don't want you next to me. I park back here so I can get in the vehicle.
Or very flexible, just hop out the window.
Just be very careful about where you park, I guess.
Oh,
This
yeah,
one
yeah.
is, they only produced 250 of these, and this is amongst the earliest examples, equipped with disc brakes, a revolution of the day.
Disc brakes were very, very, very much a thing, especially because they popped on the scene on the front end of the car, and then well into the 2000s, there were still manufacturers using drum brakes in the rear and disc in the front because they could get away with it for normal safety needs. They didn't need discs all the way around. So the drum brake hung on as long as it possibly could, but you had that Sentra, what was that, like a early 2000s, and you never needed to replace those rear brakes the entire time you owned the car?
You don't use them.
Yeah, barely anything. It was all the front brakes. So once the disc brakes got on the scene, it was like, oh, okay, we could just load up the front.
And if James Dean bought a Lotus, they didn't want to sell him the disc brakes because they thought that the Americans would steal it.
Yeah.
So and then they gave him drum brakes, and he crashed into a tree and died.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Where'd you think I was going with this? Man's dead. He's been dead as long as
Well, I didn't know that's how he died. Jesus.
Oh, I thought everybody.
No, I didn't know that. Like,
fact
wow,
about-
holy shit.
It's one of those things they bring up in. I thought I saw it in a documentary on brakes.
Well, there you go. I'm not in my school,
The
but that would have been a
refurbish-
way to get my attention.
The
It's like, yeah,
refurbished-
James Dean? Yeah, he died because they thought they were going to see, he was going to take it back to America. Like, guys, look at this.
First, the refurbishment was carried out by Coachworks Restoration in Victoria, British Columbia. So they were speaking French Canadian.
Doing
Completed earlier this year. Numerous matchings, 3-liter inline 6 overhauls, drivetrain, brakes, suspension, exhaust, the wells, painted in blue, new leather upholstery, 15-inch, lots of stuff, and everything, and a Mexican radio.
Okay.
Okay. How is that different than
It only
regular?
broadcasts in Spanish.
Wow, it's a translator too. That's amazing. Wow.
Even this podcast right now on a Mexican radio, Spanish.
Total restorations 393. That's a lot of zeros.
And not like your average mom's Google Translate Spanish. I mean like street Spanish, you know?
A little bit ago, when they were auctioning it, the highest bid was 1.3.
Yeah, $1,031,000, 31,000. Yeah, wow. I mean,
So
it's
it probably
worth
went
it
for
though.
way more.
Over $1 million, you know. I mean, I could see it getting even up to like 1.1 for that. That's a nice, you know, classic car, and it's one of those, crucial cars, like you're saying. It had disc brakes. That was big when it came out.
You could drive it
And
today.
much like we're always talking about, where did they come out first? Mercedes. It came out on the luxury lines. These guys are out there thinking, these engineers are thinking of different things to cram into these cars, and it comes out on these guys first. Just like now we all have disc brakes, and we all love how our rotors get out of round.
Mercedes invented the car. Mercedes' wife invented the disc brakes.
There you go.
She drove it. Once he invented the car, she's like, I want to drive it to my sisters. And he's like, no. So she went anyway.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? Get in another car and follow me? You only made one.
Yeah.
And then she didn't like how it stops, so she added this leather onto the
Yeah.
brake parts, and she's like, there you go.
leather
Brake
brake
pads.
pads. And that's how it started. Leather pads.
If you want to know how it all started, head over to our internet Tappity computer page sites.
Pop on over here, pjandewh.com, where you're going to find all of our luggy and nutty polished content popping up, as well as our Facebook site, facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast is where you're going to find all of our stuff. And, of course, until we meet again, it doesn't matter if you drive anything in the Stellantis group or a Dacia, because nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next time, gang. Until then, drive on. Another thing that they should do while we're before we get to wintertime, get out there and enjoy a car show. There's a Cars and Coffee. There's a weekend car show down at the shore or something you can get out to. Cape Cod car shows always tags us and stuff, but get out there and enjoy a car show, man. This is the time. You got a nice car, drive it to a show. Make this your first summer that you went out onto a car show because the Lugnutz boys told you to. But until we see you next time, gang, we love you, we miss you, and we want to see you then. Drive on, Lugnutz! Bye-bye!
Winter is coming. Take 2.
But that was a very good catch with it before we do like the whole fucking podcast. That's happened before.
More than once.
Yeah, that's happened before. But it was a good catch.
The part with us looking to see if it's from here, that's great.
Oh, yeah. Like, hang on.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Because we both cranked it.
This is the moment where I'll have the slow-mo, and I'll have it zoom in and then just desaturate. So it's just like that Grand Theft Auto fail. So, hell of a race. Hell of a race.
Hell of a race. Everyone struggled with that one corner.
Yeah. You know, Hamilton got taken out, Leclerc, a bunch of people taken out by that corner.
I think the big problem was the paint.
Yeah.
They used the wrong type of paint. You see, in Formula One, when you use paint, they don't use, like, paint. They use, like, grip paint.
Yeah.
It looks like paint, but it's grip.
And it was just the wrong kind of paint.
I think it was the wrong kind of
messing
paint.
with people on that corner because you're right. It was right where that paint was.
You just need, like, this much of those slicks on that paint. Off you go.
But Oscar Piastri in the P1 spot, Max Verstappen P2 because Lando Norris got taken out with a little technical difficulty with his car.
Car started to catch fire. Just wasn't big flames. It was just
smoke.
an electrical fire.
A little smoke. You know,
Tiny little fire.
move it over to the side and let it burn off track, you know, and then it's fine. It's fine.
It was fine. It was a virtual safety car.
So, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for that, I think it would have been different polling. But we had that the new guy, Wendigo.
DiGiorno. Sorry,
what did you know?
But you got your first podium. That's exciting.
P3, first time I've even seen your name. You had an amazing weekend, and it was very refreshing to see a new name on the podium.
I think I remember him from watching Formula 2.
And it was a very tight track. It's not like one of those tracks that has sprawling straights, and you know, it was a real tight track. It's like Monaco.
That first corner, that building there around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a great place! You're there at the start, finish. They got slow down for the curve.
Yeah,
Perfect.
really great stuff. Really great stuff. So you know, I mean, Williams. It was really nice seeing you up in front when you know there was people that crashed and you were in front, but it wasn't necessarily correlated. You know, like Williams was doing good with their new guy, Wendigo.
Yeah, and on that one turn, what's his face? He bashed. The guy he hit got the penalty.
Yeah, Alonso, I think, got the penalty. But yeah, I think it was like
they smashed
Bontinelli and Alonso or somebody like that.
Tire.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? There's a lot of messed up calls from these, you know, judges. Judges? What do they call them? We'll call them judges. But a lot of messed up calls from them. I mean, especially finding the wrong person but he had nothing to do with it. But it was like tire and tread all over the track, and how dare you not undefy the laws of physics or something like that. But great match, and it's great, like you hitting that subscribe button above my head, hitting that best video for you, or right above Big Brother's head is every single Lugnutz podcast in a playlist. And until we see you next time, gang, drive on.
Drive on Lugnutz.